Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to go over 3 ways you can cheat. Use Google for free to find out whether or not your keywords are the right keywords for your search engine optimization strategy. So I'm Marjorie Stiegler, I'm a physician. I have a decade of digital marketing experience both in healthcare and in retail, other businesses. So I know how to apply this stuff, and mostly today helping other physicians to apply it to their businesses. Not all their businesses are medical, and indeed you do not need to be medical in order to take this information and run with it. You can be in really any discipline whatsoever. So we're going to talk about 3 cheats. What you need to do is get yourself a computer and get yourself the search engine optimized keywords that you think are right for you. So the ones you've been using so far, or if you haven't even started down this path, just come up with a handful of what's called a long tail keyword. That means it's a phrase. It's not just a single word, and it's going to be something that's sort of more descriptive. So 3 to 5 words of something that you think is related to your business. So let's start there. Put your computer in incognito mode so that you have a private searching opportunity, or go to a public computer or something else that is not going to be biased by your prior online activity. And then simply put in one of those keywords, one of those long tail keyword phrases into the search bar, hit return, and see what comes up on the first page. This is a treasure trove of information. Take a look at the top couple of results and look for 3 things. The first one is, in your handful of first search results on page 1, the place that everyone goes and almost nobody even scrolls and certainly doesn't click, are the descriptions, so the metadata, the title, the snippet, are those things consistent with your business? Does it look like it could be from your website? Does it look like it could be from a competitor website? If the answer to that is yes, then you're on the right track, because that means that your keyword has been served successfully, right? And that websites like yours, businesses like yours, have been served to people who are searching those keywords, and it's been successful because the searcher clicks through and they stick around, they hang around, they read, they bounce about. They do that and they don't bounce out, so Google rewards those websites by continuing to offer them in the search results when someone puts in those keywords. So you now know that those search terms match those types of businesses, because Google knows that people click through and they stay. So the click-through rate is a number that you're not going to be able to find out, but the relative click-through rate is basically right there for you to see. People click through on those types of businesses and they hang around. So that means the information that they find is relevant to them for that term. If the information that is found on that website is similar to the information on your website, of course yours is better, but let's just say they're similar, then you know you've got a keyword that has already been sort of time-tested and proven on Google, that people who are searching for that term are finding stuff they want. The second thing you want to do is take a look at the intent. At the intent that's revealed in the snippet and the metadata. What do I mean by intent? People are usually doing one of basically 2 things when they're on the internet. They are either information seeking or they're shopping. So if you are just interested in learning something, you want a quick fact find, you most likely want a free resource. You want Wikipedia, you want Quorum, you want any one of these websites where there's crowdsourced or even not crowdsourced information that is free, that is quick to find, and you really don't have any intention of doing anything other than satisfying your curiosity or doing some research. But you're trying to find out information essentially for free. That's distinct from people who are shopping. And people who are shopping are looking for either things to buy, services to sign up for, subscriptions to get, communities to build, and that kind of stuff. So if you find that the intent in those top search results is basically free websites, if it is all Wikipedia and other sort of free kind of different applications, then if that's the case, that may not be your keyword, because you are trying to sell something, right? You have something to sell, you have something that you want people to do, you have a community you want them to join, you want them to download your video or download your PDF or buy your book or take your course or do something. And if what's coming up with that search term, if the top results that Google has tried and true tested over time now are free websites, then that's probably not your best keyword, because it shows you that people using that search term aren't really in buying mode. They're in information mode. On the other hand, if the metadata and the websites reveal purchase intent, right? That if you were to click through those websites, that you would find not really a whole lot of quick free content, but a deeper dive into, a more informative blog, into something that is likely to want to nurture a long-term relationship. So it could have some initial free information, but that everything is sort of moving in the direction of some type of sale or some type of long-term relationship. That is probably more likely your keyword. And then the third thing that you want to check, and this is counterintuitive to many people, but the third thing you want to check is whether or not there are ads. So we're talking about free, right? We're talking about free for you to hack into Google. If you have chosen some long tail keywords and lo and behold, the top search results do seem to match your company, right? What it is that you're selling. They do seem to describe what could be you or a competitor. And they also seem to have buyer intent instead of just free information seeker intent in either the metadata or in the search results when you click through, and you're feeling like you're on the right track, and then you see ads. And sometimes people get really discouraged by that because they think, oh, I'm not going to be able to compete with these big names. Now, that may be true. You may not be able to compete, but I'll tell you what you do know now. What you know is that the keyword that you've chosen is a lucrative keyword. It's a profitable keyword. If it weren't, these big businesses wouldn't be spending money to rank for those words, right? So you know that it's kind of like your business, and people seem to have buying intent. And then now for sure you know, because other companies that have big marketing departments that are actually, paid professionals in this area, teams of them with strategy and research, have decided that that is a keyword worth paying for. And if they think it's a keyword worth paying for, it's definitely a keyword worth using in your strategy. Now, I'm not suggesting that you buy out and try to outbid with a bunch of ads, but it does mean that that is a keyword that you should probably be including in your sort of organic on-page SEO, meaning that should be the topic of your blog posts. It should be something that your videos are about, and in the titles and in the meta descriptions and everything, because your customers are interested in it. They are so interested in it that big companies are spending big bucks to try to get their interest. So it can't be your only keyword strategy to try to find the things that the big, huge companies are winning on and try to mirror that. That's not going to be enough to get you traffic, because you're right, you're not going to outbid or not going to win up against some of these big websites. But what you do now know is how to kind of filter out to say, okay, if this key phrase or this long tail keyword that I put in is not giving search results that are similar to my business, then you know that that's not the right search result for you. That's not the right search term for you. You want to find something that Google knows that the searcher is going to be interested in a business like yours. So you want to try to find competitors there. You want to try to find competitors there and with language that is buying intent. So I'm just summarizing for you guys again. The metadata, are they competitors? Could they be you? If yes, you're on the right track. Is there buying intent and not just information seeking or curiosity intent? If yes, you're on the right track. And if there are ads, you are definitely on the right track to include that, not as the sole component of your search engine optimization strategy, but definitely something to keep in mind. And here's a bonus. When you do that and you see something that has a bunch of ads and it meets all the criteria that we just talked about, look at the bottom of the page. And Google says people also searched for, and it gives you, 8 to 10 results. Or people also asked, and, again, 8 to 10 results depending on whether you're on your laptop or your mobile. Those are gold. Write those down. Write them down and repeat the same exercise, because if people who are searching for that long tail keyword, who are interested in the topics that you have to offer, and they like to buy stuff because they're in shopping mode and there are ads, so we know it's a lucrative, profitable keyword, probably those other 8 are going to match the same characteristics. They're definitely worth investigating. And once you've done your homework, then for free, right there on Google, you can decide which of them you want to incorporate into your strategy. So there are a lot of free and paid keyword tools for sure that you can use. And you can also, of course, hire somebody to help you figure this out for your business. It's something that's ever evolving because people's interests are evolving. Your content is going to be evolving. Search engine algorithms are going to be evolving. But importantly, if your content needs to match the the search habits of your customers, then you're going to need those terms to have, the right types of metadata around them, that they could be your business or could be your competitors, that there is an intent to buy or an intent to convert, and that other people already know enough to pay for ads in that space. So there's your free info. So go ahead now and go check it out. I'd love to hear what you're using as a keyword. I'd love to hear what you found when you did this exercise, and if it told you whether or not you're on the right track with some of those keywords. So please leave me some comments or send me some direct message if you're more comfortable that way, letting me know what you find when you do this exercise. And if you're interested in more, please scroll through. This Facebook page, as you know, is almost exclusively free video content to help you with your social media and digital strategy. As well, I have a webinar coming up on Wednesday, 2 o'clock. You can find that also probably scrolling through this page, but I'll put the link here anyway. It's going to be a lot of digital strategy. So if you have a question, by all means, throw it to me in a comment. I'll be sure to try to answer it during the webinar. And even if you know you can't make it, go ahead and sign up and register, because then I'll automatically email you a link when it's over so you can watch that replay. And you can even comment in the replay, and the comments will be things that I can get and see and reply to, so we can continue the dialogue that way. I'm looking forward to hearing what you find when you put your long tail keywords into the search engine. You guys let me know what you find. Have a good one.